Well, yes, I would like to comment. So the RCW 36.70A.020 is asking us to process permit applications in a timely and fair manner. And I think that this should be fair to developers and fair to people who live here, both those things. Permit efficiencies, moving forward to get more housing. We are not in a financial place where we can do the simple and obvious and easiest thing, which is to hire an additional permit technician. But we could make changes to the efficiency of our communication with permit applicants, which I've heard a lot of anecdotal grumbling about. For example, Mr. Jackson last week told us that they will send out a letter with 3 requests for information, and they will get back a response to only the first. This is something that a communications manager would point out, which is that people do not read past the first paragraph unless you make them. The first paragraph of such a letter, in my opinion, should state, there are 3 questions here. If you do not answer all 3, your permit will be delayed. That would be an improvement in efficiency. I guess I would like to push back against the pretty common perception that the people who live here would jump up and down if someone were building a porch. The type 1 permits, which are the most common type of permits, cover replacing a water heater, replacing a window, something that in City of Paulsbo is considered of no or limited public interest. They put in type 2 anything that is of public interest. And I think that the public interest should be of interest to our Department of Community Development as well. It is the people who live near that site who can say something like, you may not know this, but this floods every 5 years when these circumstances happen. Or you may not know this, but we have seen eagles roosting here every year for the past 5 years. This is information that only the community who live here can give to the Department of Community Development, and it's valuable information. The people who live here have value. So I would really hope that we could seek other ways of meeting what I agree with every other counselor, and I think everyone in this room, that we have got to find more housing. I just don't think we should do it by keeping the people of Bremerton in the dark. Every homeowner I know has at least 5 projects on the boil. Do you own a home? Do you have 5 projects that you're planning on? If someone were going to be putting in 5 units next door to you, might you want to go out and buy some trees and create a screening fence? Isn't that information you would like to have? Yeah, no, Eric's making, Councillor Younger is making a good point, which is, yes, they will have the information with the proposed information-only signage, but they will not be able to comment on it. And this is being done solely because the people of Bremerton are viewed as, you know, people who don't want development. Almost everybody I run across is like, we want the development. We would like to work with DCD. And I'm going to close, Council President, by saying that trust in government just gets lower and lower with every passing day. It's not often that the first signal you get that someone's building near you is a bulldozer, but it often will be something that dramatic. Something as wonderful as the building that was purchased by Bremerton Housing Authority up on Wheaton Way. Everybody was asking me, what is that building? I don't know. A simple sign would have let people find out what was going on there, and they could have actually, and Councilor Fry has brought this up many times, that they could have actually been proud of their city. Yes, we're really happy that this is happening. So I would really like to urge once more that we adopt the language of City of Poulsbo, coming into the close and stretch, which calls for all type 1 permits being only for activities that are of limited or no public interest, and that if projects are of public interest, that they become type 2 permits and require the regular notice of proposed land use action signs that you will occasionally see around Bremerton for larger projects. Thank you.